Hi everyone, this is Olivia from Soul Beauty Global. Today I want to talk about the investments. A lot of people often told me that, oh, your business is very successful because you got invested, but do we really need to get invested? Today we're going to talk about the investment. I've raised investment, I've met a lot of VC, venture capital investors sometimes, but I think not getting investment can be the smarter choice. And I want to talk about why do you have to get investments. In conclusion, I personally don't think investment is mandatory, but it is optional. So it really depends on the type of your business. You don't have to get investment. This is not necessary because investment, it's not a goal, but it's the tool to make your business successful. People sometimes get really confused that if you get invested, your business is successful. But honestly, it's more likely a company that has the potential to be successful tends to get invested. If you're already making great money, having the cash flow, you have that system, you don't need investment. Why? Because you're already making a lot of money and you don't have to share those profit with investors because you're doing good. And also the second one would be, if your type of business, it's more important that you make the decision, then you should not get invested. Because once you get invested, and there are a lot of investors involved in making decision, obviously they want to maximize the profit, but sometimes they may not disagree what you want to do to grow your business. The first one is, if your business targeted market is highly competitive, you have to grow fast to penetrate the market and to monopolize the market, then you should get invested because that can be the booster of penetrating the market. Second case would be if you're tech-based or a platform-based, or if you need to expand your market. So my case, for example, my business based on the IT, obviously I made a website where foreign tourists who are coming to Korea, they can book the beauty services, the medical services. I made this website WordPress. It didn't really cost that much. But once I have more customers, bookings, and more salons and clinic joined in, it got bigger and then it got lagged. So I had to build the solo system where I can customize the functions and data and etc. So to do that, I had to hire professional engineer and also the salespeople, marketing people, etc. So to make that happen, I had to hire more people. I needed to get invested to expand my business. So yes, I did. So I feel like investment, it is much more effective once you tested the market and build a MVP, which is a minimum value product. And then you saw that cycle that, oh, it's working. Then it's time to get invested. So there are two types of investments. So the first one is called FI, which is financial investor, and second one is called SI, which is a strategic investor. Most of the VCs are the FIs, which means they literally give you the money through the fund. They care about how fast you can penetrate the market, how fast your business can grow, how much potential your business have to exit the company. Relatively, they don't really care about what you do, and also they have a lot of networks, so they will introduce other VCs to go the next round. And obviously that is really beneficial because that speed up the valuation of your company. Like I said before, their main goal is to make the profits, so they will pressure you a lot. Okay, you have this KPI, this goals, and you should do this and this. A lot of pressure because we have to maximize the profits based on the goal that we both agreed on, and all they care about the numbers. Okay, how much profit you made this last year and how many people you have, money you spend on marketing and sales and etc etc. So it's it was really hard. We've also met the SI, strategic investor, because they already have their own company, which is way bigger than us. They care about how much we make money, but it's more about how much we can support their company. So it's like a long-term relationship based. And also they look at like synergy and how my business can be related to their business to boost up their business basically. They have all like a network. Also, they have the brand power reputation. In terms of making the business happen, can be faster. However, because the focus is more on helping and supporting their business, decision making can be limited. Also, the exit plan can be very complex. Usually the FI1 is okay, like either we go IPO or we sell to another company, but because they already have the big companies, so if let's say that if we want to sell the company to their competitor, then it can be very complicated. A strategic investor can be seen as more like future partner or future boss if we exit to their company. How to get invested? Multiple way of getting invested. We usually say that there are 3 F that you could get the money from. The first F would be family, and the second F would be friends, and then third F would be the fool, which is the investor who would believe your vision when you have nothing. I've also borrowed money from my family, my dad and my grandma. So that's like the easiest way to get them money because they love you, they're your family. And also friends. But the hardest part would be the investor, obviously, because you have to prove that you're going to make this happen. They only talk about how good our company is and how big the market is and how special our skill is. But honestly, they don't really look at those stuff. So there are like a few things that you can convince your investor. The first one is like a problem assessment. Why this problem matters right now. Why now? For example, my company, during the COVID, obviously it wasn't easy to get invested because nobody was coming to Korea. But right after COVID, I got invested because like we need to solve this problem right now because people are coming to Korea and nobody is helping these customers even if they want to get this like beauty treatment, medical treatments. And then second one is the founder market fit. So why me? Obviously, there are a lot of people who can solve this problem, but why should I do this business? So you just talk about yourself, your experience, your background, and why you should do this business. And also you need to show them the real transactions. Obviously the seed part, you can convince them with your vision, but like in Korea, to be honest, it's almost impossible. So you should at least test the market and give them a POC results. Like even if it's like a small money that you made, that really matters. So the real transaction really matters. And then also the first one is the direction. So instead of having the perfect business proposal has to be flexible. So because they're not looking for the answer, they're saying the person, you, whether you can solve this problem or not. And also I've got invested in Korea because my company based in Korea. But there are like a pros and cons of getting investment from different country. I feel like Korea is really good because on the government, they provide a lot of startup program for like a young entrepreneurs like me. There are like a bunch of different government program, and literally they don't take any equity, but they just give out the money and like a marketing support. Not only the financial support, but also the operation part and also mentoring things. However, I feel like there are a lot of paperwork and it's also highly competitive. And also you have to fit your business into the government policy. So let's say that, oh, this year we're gonna focus on like AI, and then all of the company use AI to get this government funding, not really focusing on their business. But it's free anyway, so I think it's really good. On the other hand, United States, I feel like it's more based on the founder who I am. Even if the founder is not making money right now, if the person is really good and reliable, I think they tend to invest. So I feel like Korea is already looking for the proven person. On the other hand, American investor is more like betting for the crazy entrepreneurs. Korea is like a low risk, high return, and America is more like a high risk and high return. My honest advice, best is not to get invested, to be honest. If you have a very secure cash flow system, probably the best not to get invested. But if you need to get invested, then you have to look for the right partner, right investor, whether it's FI or SI. Often people say that getting investment is getting married. So you have to meet a lot of investors because they have a different characters, different funds and different policies and etc. There is nothing right or wrong. It's more like, is this venture capital fitting into my business? And obviously everybody has a different strategy about getting investment, getting married. People say, oh, you have to meet a lot of people, but you can constantly see what kind of trade that you're looking for. I think the investment is the same. I hope this was helpful. I will just keep documenting my whole journey. There are things that I cannot say right now because it's confidential, but once it's done, I'll just talk about more details in the later video. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!